hapa huwa tuna challenge kidogo.
Just making a few cutaways in the meeting.
Kuonyesha
Yes, in the fullness of time. How is your food going?
I'm still right. Ask me who has been on his case.
It's been fighting.
I've never allowed.
That is the reason.
No, it's
I've always told you.
The success story of your side.
They say the version of you, and no, I look at it, the Gen Z, to hold on to, see tumeondoka, wanaambiwa wale wamewafikisha hapa, kuna mtu alikuwa anajua Professor with the actual story.
But it's a better way than somebody writing your own memoir. Not feeling stupid with money.
I mean, it's non-constitutional.
Oh no.
But it's also given the constitution. Doing wrong. No,
yes, it will take the hand of God. He's the best. You know that. I think we can start. Ailete hapa.
Is it on?
Yes. Yeah, it's wireless.
I initial the pages. Just a moment, I initial this presser. Yes.
Still waiting for did we expect to see it. And then the other one will be on the status of the mediation that we know an 18-member committee was set up recently with regards to the equitable revenue for the counties.
Thank you. From what we know,
Masuala tumeyazoea tu bungeni, lakini langu sijui labda kama litachukuliwa na mwenyekiti wa afya, manake ukiangalia wananchi wengi wanahangaika sana katika hospitali mashinani na nyingi, utakumbuka kwamba
we note with great concern the delays by the controller of budget to approve requisitions for the withdrawal of funds. This is unacceptable to an institution that's supposed to be facilitative. We call upon the controller of budget to stop being a bottleneck to this process and ensure counties access their funds in a timely manner. Counties are receiving 50% of the equitable share based on fiscal year 2023-24's allocation. That's previous year's allocation. This is just a stopgap measure that the Council of Governors sought to ensure continuity of operations in counties due to lack of a county allocation and Revenue Act. The National Treasury, even on the basis of this arrangement, is yet to disburse 63.6 billion for October and November 2024 allocations. However, by December 2024, the 50% will have been exhausted, which means county governments will not receive any disbursements from January 2025. If the process results in a lack of mediated position to move the budgeting process forward, how are we expected to continue spending money when we don't know how much we should spend? Counties now don't know what to commit, what not to commit. They don't know whether to do supplementary budgets or not. And we're saying, is it fair that life moves on for national government because they went ahead and did a supplementary appropriation based on a dollar that has not been amended yet, right? We cannot do the same unless we have a CARA that has been assented to. I think these are some of the things that we need to look at, even going forward, so that this kind of stalemate does not hold the country to a grind. And to the best of our knowledge, a date of return back to the negotiations has not been announced. We are well into the 30-day available under the law for this exercise to be completed. And within that 30 days, mediation ought to be completed. Else we will be in a serious crisis, because we will have a DORA that's not supported by a CARA, and both houses of Parliament will need a 2/3 majority to overturn the presidential memo that returned that CARA, which we don't see happening. There's also another imminent problem in that the houses are likely to go on recess, and from what we gather, according to the calendar, are unlikely to come back before February of next year. And you know, our fiscal year ends in June. So there ought to be sufficient time between when this budgeting process is finalized, consummated, and the fiscal year end, to allow us to implement the budgets. For the SHA registration to succeed, first of all, we need to pay the CHPs. How do you pay when there's no money? We also need to pay the people who are in charge of our facilities. Some counties here are yet to pay salaries for the last 3 months as a result of the delay in disbursement. In many of these counties, we need to get to where the masses are to have them registered. We have governors here who manage counties that are over 50,000 square kilometers. So the question of logistics, the question of fuel, all these things come into